Hello. Again, this is section 7.4 and 7.5. We're just going to continue with different example now. So in this case, we are going to graph this one. And just like the axis of symmetry, vertex, um, max, mean, and everything we found in the previous videos, we're just going to do same thing here. The only difference here is our equation is slightly different now. Which is in this form. Well, the previous video we did example with the equation which is in this form, where vertex we can basically just compare your equation and find the value of h and k and get the vertex, right? But here with this one, well, for the vertex we need h and k, but we don't see any h and k, right? Because this equation is in this form, we don't see any h and k. So if you have an equation in this form, and to find the vertex, this is a formula, so you need to memorize this. So to find the vertex, h is negative b over 2a. That's a formula. All right, and the k is f of h. So basically whatever value you get from h, you're going to take that value and plug that value in here to x to get the value of k. I'll show you later on. So let's first find the h. So to find the h, we need to know the value of b and a, right? So when you compare this equation to this, you can find the value of a, b, and c, right? So a is -1, right? Because they're negative here. So -1. B is -4. And C is -2, right? But in this case, we just need B and A. So H is, well, there is already a negative here, negative. And B is -4 over 2 times A is -1. All right, so now this negative times this negative, when you multiply two negative, this is always positive. So +4 over -2. All right, so this is 4 over -2 is just -2, right? And once you get the value of h, now to find the value of k, like I said before, take this value, -2, put this value here to x to get the value of k. So to get the value of k from this equation, there is a negative here already, right? So that's negative, and we're going to take the square of this -2, right? Minus 4 times this -2 minus 2. All right, so you are taking square of this negative, right? But this negative is still outside the square, so this is going to stay there. And -2 square is 4, right? It's going to be positive, so this -4, and negative times negative is again positive, so +8 minus 2. So this way you will get -4 plus 8 is 4 minus 2 is just 2. All right, so we got the value of h, we got the value of k. That means we get the vertex, which is -2, 2. All right, so like I said before, again, axis of symmetry is x is equals to h. All right, it has to be always in this form. All right, and our final answer is always x is equals to x value, which is -2. So it has to be always this. Again, do not just write -2, you will lose points. So you have to write this whole thing. All right, and after that, max or mean value. So now let's go back to this equation. A is negative number, right? So if A is is negative or less than 0, then our graph, if you remember, or if you go back to the last video, the graph is like this. So that means the vertex here is now maximum, right? So that means we are getting a maximum value. Maximum is equals to always k. So that means max is equals to k is 2. So max is equals to 2. All right. And after this, you need to now get a final graph. All right. So to get a final graph, well, here what you can do is you can make x y table or x f of x table. Since we already know 1 point, right? Vertex, we already know that, right? -2 and 2. Now let's take some other value or some other number. Let's take -1. If you take -1, then check it, what are you going to get? F of x. All right, so here you can do this on your own. You'll get 1. If you say 0, you'll get -2. Get few points, at least 4 points. Let's write, or at least 4 or 5 points. I think 4 points would be okay. And then let's say one more. Let's say -3. You'll get 1. All right, and after this, plot all of these points and get a graph. So it has to be, our shape is going to be like this. We already know that, right? It's always a parabola with a maximum vertex. So now the vertex is -1, 2. It's going to go to the left. 1, 2. So let's say somewhere down here. -1, 1 is somewhere down here. 0, come on, -2 is somewhere down here. -3, 1 is somewhere down here. So we got the shape, right? It's going to be something like this. So once you see the shape, then you can just make a parabola, something like this. So this is the final graph of this equation right here. All right. I will upload one more video with few extra things, but yeah, this is it for this video. Thank you.